Morning, Rodney here. It's been a long time since we've spoken. Thought I'd catch you up a little bit. There's Charlie Barley, the Boo Bear. She's eating Cinnamon Life. She likes that. She's got a lot of hair. She's not using her English words yet, but she's getting close. So, I'm going to make a series of videos here. This one's just kind of an intro to what's coming. But one thing I wanted to tell you, I've done something the last few months. I'm going to get her up here while we talk. I got some friends out in Utah, and hello, friends in Utah, and Arizona. And she's going to cry. She gets food all over herself. And one of the friends posted on social media a link to a series of podcasts, and I thought, well, that sounds interesting. So I started listening to the podcasts, and I'm 60 podcasts in. They run from 20 minutes to an hour piece, I guess. So it's kind of a commuting thing that I do. I listen to that. Way better than listening to the news radio because they annoy me. But I'll probably get into that later. So Charlie wants to take over. So the name of this podcast is called The Year of Polygamy. And it's put on by an outfit called the Feminist Mormon Housewives. So I'm not a feminist and I'm not a Mormon and I'm not a housewife. But these shows are tremendously interesting to me. One of the most interesting things is, even though the show is put on by Feminist Mormon Housewives, I don't get the impression that that there's the one-sidedness that I think a lot of people assume in feminists and in Mormons. I find the podcast very balanced and very reassuring that there are people out there who have agendas that aren't polarized in those agendas. So it's awesome to see. I think in our society we don't see that enough. And I know Charlie's way more interesting than me right now, so watch her and then listen to me. You don't have to look at me. A couple things I've learned from this Year of Polygamy podcast starts all the way back when the polygamy started with the first president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and moves forward to the modern variants that you see out there. And a couple of very, very interesting things, because there's as much Mormon history in this series of podcasts as there is polygamy history, because they're intertwined. Did you know that at one time in Illinois there was the city where the Mormons had collected or were kind of congregating? It was Nauvoo, Illinois. That city at one time was about the same size as Chicago. So I think outside of Utah we think of Mormons as kind of just a little body of people here and there that you don't really notice unless you're looking for them, or unless they're coming around with white shirts and ties trying to proselytize you. But in fact, in Illinois, they were a tremendous force to be reckoned with politically. Anyway, that's just an interesting tidbit I didn't know until I listened to the series podcast. And the podcasts are really cool because you get you get a perspective on the history of the Mormon Church that you really don't get anywhere else, I think. So anyway, that's really all I got to say about that. I got a couple more. I got to put this kid down. A couple more videos to make here with some other stuff. I'm going to update you on what's up with the farm. Big surprise there. Big addition. And just some other stuff. But take care.